Hey, what's going on guys? So we'll be taking a look at this aluminum monitor stand from Satechi. I'm not entirely sure if I'm pronouncing Satechi correctly, so I apologize if I'm kind of butchering that name there, but this is just the box that the product comes in. It's nothing too fancy. We do have a nice little picture of the kind of ideal setup there, and then it says that it supports up to 200 pounds on the front. Into the box here we get the stand itself, as well as a nice little USB 3.0 cable, which is of course for connecting your computer to the USB hub, which is built into this stand. The stand is almost entirely aluminum, which makes it go very well with Apple products. The only part of it that isn't aluminum is this nice little USB hub in the back here, which just has a kind of plastic housing to it, but it's nothing you would ever see or anything like that, so it doesn't really matter. All the parts that you would really see are aluminum, which is very nice, and like I said, it will make it go very well with Apple products. So if you're using this as a monitor riser for an iMac or something like that, it'll go very well, or if you're using this for like a MacBook Pro or something like that, it would also go very well. So obviously it wouldn't look bad with your standard monitor, but the aluminum design definitely kind of makes it geared toward Apple products, I would say. So just kind of an overview of the stand here. Of course, on the front we do have our 4 USB 3.0 ports, which is very nice to see. You're kind of buying this as a stand, but the 4 built-in USB 3.0 ports on the front just makes your life a lot easier, especially if you're using this on an iMac where all of the ports are on the back. Having a front-facing USB hub is very nice and convenient, because I mean, nobody really likes reaching behind their iMac to scope out their USB ports and plug in whatever they're trying to plug in, so having a front-facing USB hub is very nice. To use this USB hub, you use the included USB 3.0 cable, and of course just plug it into this back piece here, and you'll route it through this nice little cable management hole, and then of course plug it into the back of your computer. This cable management hole is also very nice if you're charging things underneath here. So say you're charging like an iPad or something like that underneath the monitor stand, you can kind of put all your charging cables and whatnot through this little hole here, and you can just charge a bunch of devices under here. So this cable management hole is very nice, and the inside of it, I don't know if you can actually see this, but it's actually like really well polished and really shiny, so you could almost like cut yourself on this, which is very nice. It looks very good, and the sides of the monitor stand here are the same way. On the bottom of the stand here we do have 4 rubber feet. As you can see, the rubber feet on the bottom will of course prevent the stand from sliding around while you have your computer or monitor on top of the stand. Of course you wouldn't really want your stand to be sliding around while you have a computer on it, so it's very nice that we have these rubber feet here. The rubber feet do work very well. If you do put the stand down and then just kind of push it, it doesn't move at all, so the rubber feet do a very good job, and this is even without the additional weight of a monitor or an iMac on top of here. For the kind of demonstration of this product, I will just be using it with a standard MacBook Pro. So if we go ahead and put the MacBook on here, you can see that the aluminum matches pretty well. The aluminum used in the stand is a little bit lighter than the aluminum used in the MacBook Pro here. However, they do still look pretty good together, and in my opinion this looks a lot better than putting something like a standard black plastic monitor or something like that on top of here. Putting an iMac or just any Apple product really on top of the stand just works very well. So to go ahead and kind of complete the setup here, we will open this USB 3.0 cable here, and once we've done that, we will go ahead and of course plug it into the port on the bottom here. So we'll go ahead and plug the USB cable into the bottom port here like this, which isn't too difficult, and then once you've done that, we will route the cable through this cable management hole. So we'll go ahead and just kind of pull that through here like this, and once we've done that, we can of course set our MacBook on here. It's definitely much more ideal for something like an iMac, because you can just kind of plug it into the back here. It's not super useful because the MacBook Pro USB port's on the side here, but it's still nice having 4 extra USB ports. So once we have the cable routed through there, we can simply plug the USB cable into the side here. As you can see, there's a little extra cable slack here, which we can solve by simply kind of pulling part of the cable through the hole here, like that. And then all of the cable is hidden below the stand, giving a very overall attractive appearance. This monitor stand is beneficial in several ways, one of them of course being the USB 3.0 hub on the front. Like I said, if you have an iMac on here, having a front-facing USB 3.0 hub will be amazing. This is in comparison to, of course, reaching around the back of your iMac to plug in your USB device and all that, and it's just kind of a pain in the butt. However, this is not designed as a USB hub, it is designed as a monitor stand, and the benefits of a monitor stand are you have extra space down here. So if you were to put papers or something like that, or just kind of whatever you want in here, you can, like, I don't know, store pencils or your phone, anything you want kind of underneath the monitor stand, which of course just gives you more space on your desk. That is one of the most obvious benefits, but one of the kind of lesser known benefits that is still really good is just how well this like corrects posture and things like that. So if you have your iMac down on the table like this, and your desk makes it so the iMac is kind of at or below eye level, your posture really isn't all that great, because you're kind of like slouching over to type on your keyboard and all of that. However, when it is raised up, even by this like 4 or 5 inches, this really doesn't seem like all that much, but your posture will actually get a lot better. So I definitely spend a lot of time on my computer at my desk, and so having this monitor stand will definitely improve my posture a ton. I've kind of got back and neck pain just from typing at a computer on a desk so much, but just my computer being risen up by 4 or 5 inches has improved my posture a ton. I haven't used this exact monitor stand for that long, but I've been using a different one that is very, very similar, and it has definitely improved my posture a ton. So if you are looking at that as a possible benefit, I definitely would recommend getting a monitor stand for that, because if you are at work or something like that and you spend a lot of time typing on your computer, getting a monitor stand like this will be great. That, in my opinion, is one of the most important benefits of this monitor stand, and the front-facing USB 3.0 hub and the extra space on your desk are just kind of thrown in on top of that. So anyway, this has been my review of this aluminum monitor stand from Satechi. If you guys would like to purchase the product, of course the link will be in the description, as it always is, and if you guys enjoyed this video, then a like or rating is always appreciated. If you'd like to see more of this similar to this one, then feel free to subscribe. This has been Jordan for Video Reviews. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next review.